got it on tape? Well, let's tape it. Yesterday, you got your wig, you paid for your laptop, $120. You didn't give me any money. It don't make a difference how much money I get. Every month, you're supposed to pay. Cable bill, everything gets to pay. I take care of the rent and everything else that goes on. You don't. You get your money and you spend it up and down there, and then you try to call our 20-year-old daughters who they seem to abuse that you have done and left us for dead many times. This is not the first time that you have left for dead. You have left this household. My wife has left this household and went to the next man.
He's
since you want to tape it,
won't leave
every
out of
month.
the room.
No. Well, no. I want you to go.
He already called the police
No, I
on
called.
me and they left.
One time I called. Now I'm calling mental health people. I'm gonna fix this right here.
To call
No, I'm promising.
Health on me.
Yup, because you spend up money and you call my daughter. So my daughter saying, hey, mommy, the right thing to do is pay where you stay at. Just pay. But you took the money and spent it up already.
Where am I gonna go?
Where the hell continue going to tell you where to go? Go to a show like you've been doing.
I can't go back through that shelter system again because I didn't manage to find a place last time, so I can't keep going through there, and I don't want to leave your sister here by herself because he keeps threatening her too.
Yes, sister, that's an excuse. You're the one who's sick. Let me make this shit happen. You talking about this, right?
Oh my gosh, it's taking everything. Like he's trying to set me off. He's trying to set me off so that when he calls mental health, that they cart me away and consider me unstable. This shit is so sick. This is crazy. This is Regina's Rabbit Hole, Siren Buddha Medicine. This is the kind of stuff that I be trying to hide. No, I be trying to hide because it's embarrassing. Honey, I'm getting off of the phone because I can't talk to you and be going through this at the same time. It doesn't make any sense. And I'm trying to stay calm because he's threatening to call, now that the police came and left, he's threatening to call some kind of, but... Baby, the thing is live and he doesn't care. He just went into the next room. You heard him, but they don't believe. They're not going to believe you. Honey, you're making this worse with all your drama and your emotion putting it in here, and I'm trying to stay calm so they don't cart me away and believe his lies. I'm going to hang up or I'm going to end up yelling at you. Anyway. I'm trying to keep from getting carried away from my house on some trumped up charges and, you know, lies that my spouse is giving me, and that's my daughter trying to call. She thinks she's helping, but it's actually just aggravating the situation more because I'm trying to stay calm. The police have already came and left. Last month, I gave my husband money for a room so that I could get a room or an apartment. He demanded it. I was going to take my money and do it myself, but said that I couldn't stay unless I gave him the money to save for me for a room. So although my daughters were like, Mom, you know, he's going to just take it so that he would stop harassing me, I gave it to him. So this month came and he demanded money. I'm putting up with abuse and verbal abuse and all kinds of different various abuses that I'm too embarrassed to talk about for the entire month, and still trying to work things out with him, like still trying to carry on my life. Like you see me doing the podcast and catering to his antics and things like that. It's a lot worse off camera. So while he's stopping me from communicating with people, He doesn't want me out of his sight. If I'm in the room, I must be cheating, and I'm on the internet cheating. If I go downstairs to get some peace to study, away from the frequency and the vibration, he'll accuse me of cheating and doing all kinds of things. So I don't get the peace to be able to focus. It's keeping me in a trauma-based frequency at all times. But I must be on my best behavior because there's other people watching me and trying to attribute my past for a reason to snap me into a hospital and take all my rights away. Now, today, he called the police on me, and they came. The whole time that I was waiting for them, it was crazy. The neighbors started acting up. The school bus was outside. It was like all the things that are there that could trigger me as far as the gang stalking program's concerned were there. But I realized this, so I kept myself calm and did my breathing. And I prayed and I meditated, and I'm like, Most High, I know that you see this, and these people have been at this for a very long time. And this is generational, not only me, but it's transformed to my daughter. And I don't want it to transform anymore. Now, I know that many of you think that I'm crazy, and that's part of the program does. But I'm not. And one day, you'll wake up and find yourself in a situation and realize that I'm not. I hope it won't be too late for me. And I hope at that point it won't be too late for you either. And that you get this, that there is a program called gang stalking. And they use trauma. And they use the environment and scenarios to be able to trigger the TI, the targeted individual. It's more like, what do you call it? Human trafficking. Yes, because while I'm struggling to keep my sanity and start a business, the things that I study and the things that I'm doing are slowly being taken from me. Not only is he trying to duplicate me and carbon copy my own spouse, but people around me, and I haven't got any dividends from it to be able to get up and leave. I guess that my format is not professional enough to be able to get reciprocation for it. I don't ask a lot, and I don't tell people what's going on in my life. This scenario is kind of keeping me trapped in this. The embarrassment of it. And they try to keep me in fear of everybody thinks you're crazy. And so nobody will believe you. Believe it or not, this is a scenario that I'm really used to because I told on the sexual, because I told on my dad when I was little. Sweet Pete.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm not going to talk right now, okay? I'm actually live. I'm telling the story just so that I have something to cover myself. My people. Hmm? She wants me to record him while he's doing it because he's not doing it when everybody can hear it. Matter of fact, when he saw us go live, he went into the other room. But when nobody's listening, this guy is screaming at the top of his lungs at me, saying anything that he wants and threatening me, saying that he's going to call the mental health.
I'm telling you, when the cops come there, you need to have them on record cussing you out repetitively.
I don't want to keep going through all that.
Voice recorder on your phone, not the internet.
Honey, I have a recording from earlier. I already covered that.
On the internet, right?
No, I didn't put it on the internet yet. And a lot of time, I didn't put any of the stuff that he's done over the years as far as that part is concerned.
I didn't ask you that.
No, I didn't.
You need to voice record him. Please listen to me and then we can hang up. Voice record him so when the cops come and he's telling you about mental health and money, when he brings in the money and you got him on a voice recorder on
yeah, because I won't give him money. He threatened to lie on me.
Not your website.
And he's got his therapist and he's got other people on his side because he's a counselor. People actually believe that he has credibility and that they believe him over me because of my past and because of, you know, the way things have been set up. Like, you chased me out of the house. And
I think that, all I'm thinking is, I think that my opinion right now would help you if you can get him acting like a fucking nutcase, and you record him, not on your internet, but a voice recorder. If there's a way to record people on your phone, I know that. Your voice record, you will never know what's going on.
no, honey, he knows what's going on. He's in the other room, right? He's in the other room. He knows what's going on, and he just...
You know what the fuck you want? You don't hear me right now.
Baby, you're making this worse.
Record his voice, not your website, honey. I'm not gonna I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Sweetie, I'm about to hang up on you because you're making the you're not helping with your emotion. All right? Hey, I'll call you back. My thing is to be able to articulate what's going on, the little traps and stuff that are being used, and the threats that are being used, the lies that are being used, and the isolations. Like, I'm not supposed to have friends. I have no family. I'm not supposed to use my phone, or I'm using my phone to do some activity. I'm using my phone to go be a whore. That's what I'm doing. So I'm not supposed to have any friends. I can't talk to anyone. If I'm talking to a woman, I must be because I'm a lesbian. If I talk to a man, it's because he wants to have sex with me. If I have friends, he'll literally go on the internet and track those people down and call them up and lie on me. There's people that will testify to that. He's done that. I've been in a domestic shelter. Somehow I don't end up getting housing. Last time was just crazy because of the COVID. An episode broke out there. Stuff started shutting down. The place that I went to for housing, suddenly the church shut down. And so it just started to get kind of crazy. I was intimidated by the whole COVID thing and people shutting things down and not being able to have housing. And so rather than stay at a place that was, had somebody that was, what do you call it? When they isolate you? There was a woman with some children right above us that was isolated because she had broke out with that. I took out and came back home with my daughter because we was all not feeling well anyway. Not with COVID, but it's flu season. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is nuts now. Nobody wants to sneeze, cough. It's allergy and flu season. And nobody wants to sniffle because of this COVID-19 crap. Some of you know that I've been going through this crap for years. He's actually calling mental health on me and lying on me to get them to come and do an evaluation. And this is what they want. This whole department, that whole system is connected. Let me get this book. I'm not going down without a fight this time. I'm not letting them just lock me up from the mental health evaluation. For months, he's been talking about me turning myself into mental health and trying to get me into a hospital, as well as my daughters. It doesn't stop here. It just keeps continuing. Like, they want to keep me and my daughters, and like, I mean, how long is this going to keep going on? That it's right in front of everybody's face, but like he said, nobody cares. So now that the police came and left, any moment I'm expecting mental health, the place that kept me locked up for years, the place that helps with this kind of scenario, to come knock on the door and feel like they have a right to take my legal rights away and cart me away based on the lies and assumptions of my husband, who's a love bite scenario. And because I haven't allowed people to get to know me enough, I have no friends or family, so I have nowhere to go right now. I was going to go visit my daughter for the day, but that's how it all started. He said if I left the house to go visit my daughter, that he was going to call the police on me, that I had to give him money. I'm like, well, what about the money that I gave you last month? But that doesn't count. We want to keep going through this. The less funds I have, the less able I am likely to move or get myself organized. And somebody always broke doesn't have the kind of credibility that the first thing he says whenever I question anything he does is, I pay. It's my money, it's mine, I pay. So right now, he left this room where he was just screaming and yelling and went into the living room to talk to mental health department or whatever. And supposedly they're going to come and give me an evaluation. So I'm going to end this live. I just wanted people to know what happened if something happens to me, if I suddenly disappear. If they take my rights away and lock me up and say that I'm crazy, because that's what this program does, this gang stalking program. And things have been really, really crazy. Boy, my daughter was saying that there's some people with red and black on that were following her. This man was following her, and she specifically mentioned this conversation when we were talking. And the other day when the Trump rally was going on, I specifically took a picture of a man wearing red and black. So if I talk about it, I'm considered crazy. If I don't talk about it, I ask for what I'm getting for my children and myself. What I need is for my community to wake up and stop thinking that all this stuff is a part of some sci-fi movie. You may not be able to help me, but help your gosh darn self and wake up and realize that these programs are real, live, and running. People are getting paid off of this. This is a matter of, this is the systematic control, social control. And he's a therapist. He's a counselor. A matter of fact, I helped him get his master's in human services. And while I helped him get his master's, he was being verbally and emotionally abusive to me while I was trying to get my psychology degree. I still don't have my psychology degree because of math and a philosophy course that I need to get that taken care of for a double degree, double associates in liberal arts and sciences and behavioral psychology, behavioral modification and psychology. So while I didn't finish up those little couple of credits for my degree, for an associate's, mind you, I helped my husband get a master's that he uses to lord over my head and has developed credibility. And while I've been pushed out into a domestic violence shelter looking unstable and uncomfortable, he's using those dynamics in that system to his advantage because he's built connections, because he works with this freaking system. And he's counting on everybody else around me just being ignorant in order to make it work for him. The only way that this works, and they can keep doing this to people like me and my children, and hopefully not eventually people like you, is that we're blind and that we're stupid, that we're ignorant to the fact that these programs are live and running as a form of systematic control. Yeah, so basically, the crazier they can make me look and the more unstable they can make me look, the more opportunity they have to take my rights away and just cart me away. When you are informed about targeted individuals, human trafficking, check out Anthony Patch in regards to human trafficking, gang stalking, TIs. Look up targeted individuals. We're not all crazy. We're not all sane. Check out this book called Project Soul Catcher, please. There's other names, but I'm trying so hard to stay calm and let you know that I'm not crazy, that I can't just like dig all around in there and think of all the other resources that I do have. But please check it out. Look on the internet. This is Regina's Rabbit Hole. Siren Buddha Medicine. I'm out the closet. This is what's going on in the background of my life that I use all the tools for. I dance, I meditate, I do Tai Chi, I write, I advocate. I look up tools that can allow you to tell if somebody's lying or not. I try to situate myself beyond my trauma into a position where I'm around people that are intelligent enough to know if they're around people bullshitting or not, that are crazy or not, that are lying or not. Why did I do that? I did that for this freaking moment right now. And although I'm shaken, I'm not going to be afraid. And so I've done what I can. Like, I've already been told they don't care. And I feel like I'm in a freaking Truman Show. But here we are. And this is all that I can do for right now. But I know that this is much bigger than me. And I'm not alone. They're doing it to other people. Shout out to the 144. Much love to you and yours. I'm out. Hopefully I'll still be here later. I hope. I just want to rest in my house and just chill. But they want the little lady to be all confused and upset, talking to herself, pissed off because I have no one else to talk to. Out in the street walking around, and call up mental health and say, see, there she is. I told you she was crazy. And look at all this background. Hopefully that won't happen today. Hopefully, I'm pretty sure that everything is lined up. The planetary alignment is there, the energy is there, the intellect is there, and I've made the line up, and, you know, people will see what's going on, and this won't just go unchecked. Much love to you and yours. Hey, William, you know what's up. I know, right? All I want is an apartment for me and my daughters, or a home. I'll pay the rent. I don't want to be on my back. Stop trying to, they try to herd me into situations where the only place that I have to go is some guy. Like, I don't have nowhere to go. Not one friend. Or the shelter. And then I look crazy. And people are like, well, how come she don't have no connections, no people, no family, nowhere to go? Something must be wrong with her. But by design. Can you tell if people are lying? Can you really tell if people are crazy? We'll see.